We're the talk of the town. We're the artists, the actresses, the filmmakers too, meeting Venus. Yeah, we're coming through. Shine your light, let your voices be heard. We're spreading love with every single word, from the stage to the screen. We're making our mark, me and Venus, together we embark.
Hello, good afternoon, Taylor. I'm very happy to welcome Taylor Jules today, a great young and upcoming singer from the USA. How are you, Taylor?
I'm great. How are you?
Fine, fine. First, let me know about your work. How did it start your interest into music and when?
Absolutely. I mean, I've always had a very, very extreme interest in music, and my family is very oriented around music as well. I spent my whole life going to rock concerts and performing and playing at my local school of rock, which I now work at and help other kids do the same thing. So music
Really?
has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. I've been to, God, like 100 concerts. I've seen, the Scorpions like 7 times, Heart like 7 times,
Really?
Step Poison, anything under the sun. I've seen a bunch. And so music has been very much a part of the fabric of my life for forever.
So you really like Scorpions and Poison, rock bands from my generation.
My little scorpion right there. I have my little
Yes,
matching scorpions.
for sure. Yes, but I want to ask you, how did you manage to become from a music fan or a music lover into becoming a professional artist? What did you do?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a long story, but basically, when you have this passion and you have this thing that you can't let go, I always knew it would be that thing that would eat away at me forever. And I have a lot of different passions, academic wise and otherwise. I could have really done a lot with my life, but I knew that music would be the one thing that would always just kill my heart if I wasn't doing it for my life. I just knew that I had to. So I went to my local school of rock when I was a kid, and I spent years, taking voice lessons, keys lessons, guitar lessons, and, really building up my passion, my skills. And I just continued with that throughout all the years and had my own bands. And when I got into college, I was in a bunch of bands as well. And even after college now, coming back to LA and performing around everywhere, it just felt like the right thing to do and the natural next step. It was something, I never could let go. So it was easy to turn my passion into a career because I was already doing a lot of the work. I've been playing out in bands since I was like 11 years old, all over LA, all over the LA area. I performed at some of the most legendary venues in the whole rock universe, like the Troubadour and the Whiskey. And so I was really lucky to have these amazing opportunities and have that foster my, my passion and the little bit of natural talent that I did have with like pitch and whatnot. I just took that and I fostered it, and I really knew what my lot was very early in life. I knew that this was what I needed to do and what I had to do. So it was easy to turn the passion into a career.
This is great. Tell me a little bit about your process on writing lyrics and music for your performance.
Yeah,
When and how, because the music scene as well in America and around the world are quite full. There are a lot of new generation coming, and you need to attract the attention for new
absolutely.
audience as well.
Absolutely. I mean, one way I go about that is I kind of write songs a lot of
Yeah,
different
go
ways.
ahead, please.
I have my man, Jim Morrison, right here. I do from the Doors. I take his writing philosophy a lot, where he used to write a
Mhm.
poem and he would
Yes,
put
go
music
ahead. Go ahead.
and that would be his little way that he would write songs. So I've done that a lot before. I've written poetry and then I put music to it. A lot of times too, I'll just sit down at the piano and I'll hear a chord and it'll strike, a nerve, and I'll kind of play around until I feel a progression. I'll go, yes, okay, that's it. And a lot of times I'll play one chord and a whole melody and lyric and whole movement will come out, which is so lovely. I mean, I'm really lucky that I have that sort of I don't know, I always have this like music playing in my head all the time, whether it's real or what I'm writing in the moment. So it just takes me kind of getting in there and trying to put all my little thoughts and stuff together. So I often do a lot of different approaches for music. And I feel like that's helpful for, like you said, like the current audience and stuff. I feel like what I write about is, my life and social and love and friendship and life experiences, the good and the bad. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people can relate to. I know a lot of artists, especially my age, take this opportunity and take the time that they have to express what they need to express through song. And that's what I do. If I can't put it into words, if I'm too upset or too angry or can't understand, what went down, I that's the time that I take to write my songs. So I think that that's a great way to have people relate, especially the young people in the music industry or the people, listening, the audience. People really relate to stories that they can relate to, people, that's what people glomp onto. They love things that they can relate to and see part of themselves in. So that's what I try to do, share my human experience and hopefully, know that it overlaps with some other people and they can connect to my stories as well.
Great. I just noticed a few days ago, Waterfall, the press release about your new single. And I want to know about a little bit what kind of message you try to convey through this song and through your performance in it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this song is very personal to me because, it is definitely a very uplifting song. And I always like to take the first verse as an example. So it's an encouraging song, but it definitely details the parts of life that, are harder. And I wrote this song for those who feel as though life is a lot harder for them than everybody else. And, I had my fair amount of struggles health-wise. And, I was really kind of out of commission there for a couple years. And I had some really serious bouts with my fibromyalgia. And, I wasn't functioning really at all. And I wasn't able to live the life that I wanted to live. And seeing other people, have a much easier time than me, health-wise, anything-wise, was really difficult for me. That was hard for me to understand. So Waterfall is, an encouraging, positive song, telling myself, you did get through the other end. You did a lot of great work on your health, and life kind of, came through for you in the end. And so, like, now I'm able to live a wonderful, nice life. And, of course, my health is still a problem now and then, but I can function like a normal person now, which is lovely because, autoimmune conditions can be really, really, really difficult and strenuous for the body. And I was really struggling for a long time. So this song is a big encouragement piece that whatever you're going through, you can and will get through it. And so it's basically like future me telling past me, telling 16-year-old me, it's going to be okay. You'll get through it. And so again, I always go back to that first line: candlelight burns my eyes, but lights your skin in the night. Waterfall, fall down on me while it carries you to the light. So same, things that we can go through in life can feel very, very different to each one of us. And while the candlelight may be lighting your skin really beautifully, it is burning my eyes and it's killing me. So these same experiences can be vastly different for a lot of different people. So this is my kind of encouragement song that you can definitely get through it. And I am, living proof. Things do get better.
Yes, but it was mentioned as well in the press release that you are preparing a new EP coming up as well.
Yeah, I am. So I've been recording and gathering a lot of songs and things together. I think there's going to be a little bit of zhuzhing and movement around with those. I think I might swap out a song or two, but I had an absolutely wonderful team of engineers and producers with me. The Grammy Award-winning Mark Swirsky and Jack Daly, the amazing bassist and engineer, helped me put together these incredible songs. So definitely watch out for that EP coming soon, which will include Waterfall as a kind of summing part to it.
Yeah. This is you're a little girl, and as well right now, the for a performer like yourself trying to promote his or her songs right now. Tell me a little bit how did you manage to do it? Because right now we live in a period of alternative media. You must have presence on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and Spotify, and a similar platform. So tell me a little bit about as well, how do you do it with your collaborators as well, and how do you try to promote yourself on social media right now?
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, that's a very hard one. The market, especially in the music industry, is very oversaturated, and people are, anytime you open a social media app, somebody's promoting their song. So it's very difficult, to try to get your foot in the door. But what I find most helpful, and not that I'm an expert by any means, but is authenticity. People, again, kind of the similar way to songs, people want to understand you as a person and be able to relate to you as a person and want to like you. So, I'd say that that's a really powerful tool is honesty, in and out of music, really being honest with your audience and being able to be open and share things that, people can relate to, and also doing, fun, open things. The more I share about myself and my personality and my, personal style and, things I like, people tend to comment more and like more and understand me more. And I realize that, it's not just the music. People really want to get to know you as a person. And that's what I've realized is a very, very helpful and really strategic, tool in social media. If you just think about yourself as the audience member, what will get you to not scroll immediately or, move right on. And it's that personal connection. It's that ability to engage other people by saying and doing something interesting, unique, personal. It's about you finding that kind of way for yourself. And I'd say that, again, I'm no expert by any means, but I have a wonderful team that helps me. And I have, um, a lot of wonderful friends in the music industry as well that I'm able to bounce ideas off of. And so I'd say it's a bit of a challenge, but I'd say personability and, yeah, openness and the ability to share oneself truly through and through. And I'm not saying, like you got to spill every detail of your life, but really being open and honest about things you need to be open and honest about is very helpful on social media and garnering people's real, genuine support, not just, numbers.
Yes, but right now, since you have right now social media presence, and I see that the way you promote your new songs via press releases are quite professional, and through your publicity and agencies, etc. But right now, I want to ask you, uh, since you're touring as well, do you start to get some offers to appear in films or television? And if this interests you as well, acting as well.
I've actually done a fair amount of acting. I was kind of a big musical theater kid when I was uh, a child, and I even did it into high school, mostly because I just really wanted to sing. Not that I lost my passion for acting. I just don't believe that's my forte. I think I can pull it off if need be, but I'd say I maybe have to work a tad harder on that. But no, I absolutely love musical theater. I loved being on stage, acting and singing and dancing. Really, any excuse to be a performer. I was definitely into it. So I would love, the opportunity to have, my songs or myself, in movies or TV. I don't foresee, I don't haven't had any opportunities really yet. I've submitted a couple songs, for sync stuff or, TV shows and whatnot, but that's definitely pretty difficult. I mean, that's a big dream of mine though. I would love to, any way to get my music out. I would love to have a song of mine on a show or me on a show. That would be incredible. Or, me on a stage, touring. That'd be absolutely wonderful. I'm actually looking, that would be wonderful to be able to go on a tour very soon. That would be super cool. Just again, I'm really any excuse to sing. I'm really there. So my ambitions, don't end at the stage. I'm happy to continue them on forever. I have a world full of ambitions about this industry. Something might have happened. I can't hear. just wait patiently.
Great. And right now, we spoke about your new songs and new EP and touring. Tell me, since we are approaching the end, what are the goals you would like to achieve in the upcoming year? Can you hear? Hello? Hello?
Sorry, can you say that one more time? I'm not sure if you can hear me or not, but I can't quite hear you right now. This is so weird. I still can't hear anything.
Sorry, I was cut out.
Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't even see that.
No, my last question was for you was about if you have certain dreams or projects you would like to realize in the upcoming period.
Yeah, I mean, a lot, honestly. Again, my ambitions with music really don't end. I could do this for 1,000 years. But I'm a live performer, at heart. I love performing on a stage a lot. I did last night actually at the main stage at Hotel Cafe, which was an incredible experience. I opened for Mary Jo, who was incredible. And I love live performance more than anything in the whole world. I really feel myself, truly myself, and very at home when I'm on stage. So I would absolutely love to be on a big stage. That's really where I see myself, and that's what I've been envisioning, in my head since I was a little kid. I envisioned myself on a big stage performing my songs and, people singing them back to me. That would be just amazing. I always envisioned myself, an outdoor kind of like festival stage, absolutely massive, and a bunch of people,
Great.
standing there with me.
Great, Taylor. I want to thank you very much for coming to the live this afternoon,
Oh, thank
and
you.
I wish you all the best in your upcoming projects and also for promoting Waterfall and the upcoming EP. And I look forward to receive you again when you have a new song or a new single you want to promote.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so, so much for having me. This was wonderful.
Well, enjoy the rest of the day and thank you very much. And thank you as well for your assistance to making this coming true.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so, so much. You have a good rest of your day.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.